Alright, we are back and up and running. And to remind everyone of what had happened last time, you had somewhat resolved several tensions, although it's not completely finished just yet, and then continued downwards on a hidden spiral staircase and faced a schizophrenic aboleth. Although, isn't there a better term than that? It's what?
Multiple personality, I mean...
I thought it was something
Bipolar?
Dissociative personality disorder.
Alright. This is a PC stream after all.
Oh, please. We are far beyond that point. But let's get started there. Oh, and you had also explored this area of the lake with the boats.
Right. The whole
And there
it was
was
just
nothing.
a small nothing, yeah.
But yes, giant gears. Where do you wish to go?
I'm assuming we should go down the hallway.
There's not much else to do, so...
Choo-choo.
Down the hallway we went.
Well, there is something in the way. Don't think it's just that easy.
Alright. And yeah, we already resolved the short rest stuff.
Yes.
Cool. So, splat.
Well, hold
What?
up. As soon
You're-
as you touch it.
Oh,
Wait, are you in the hallway? Because I see you
Yeah.
as like one over.
No, he's in the hallway for sure. The gray goo.
doot,
Okay, yeah, I need to refresh.
Okay, as soon as you touch it,
boop.
you take 10 psychic damage.
Oh!
And it's
Oh.
difficult terrain as you slop through it.
10 psychic damage?
Yes, it assaults your
Uh,
mind.
Can I... Oh, this... Okay, it's not like... Wrong, what's her name?
It almost looks like the kind of slime that a certain sea creature could generate in its lair.
Weird.
Yeah, alright.
Mhm.
Yep, I just gotta keep going, I guess.
What's your movement speed, by the way? You started here,
Oh, yeah.
so it's difficult
30.
terrain, so 10, 20, 30, and then, okay, you
I'll
can all
just-
double move through. You'll be fine.
Do we double move that taking damage, or
No, as soon as you touch it, he took damage.
is it on the walls?
It is not.
I'm gonna put on my slippers and go on the walls.
I'm assuming you just always have them on,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
otherwise
but
they're not
just
attuned.
activate my slippers, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
and I've got Nang Nang, so I'll just wall crawl.
I guess you're still on the wall when you're on that square.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
you're in the
yes.
way, so.
Well,
Too bad.
Honk, honk.
Yeah.
seems to be a bit of a jam.
So, I'm going to try to scrape some of the goo off with a dagger, and then I'm going to cast Produce Flame to and like light. See if I can like light the.
It completely does not react to the fire damage.
Interesting.
Okay.
See, this would be where I wish I had Creator Destroy Water if I was a water Genesee. Maybe that would work.
As they walked through it, it wasn't like slopping around underneath them. It was squishing, but it was staying where it was. So you figure if you run water over it, it would just kind of like... It
would
wouldn't
stay
wash
there.
it away.
Summon mop.
Alright, what do I see at the end
The
of
mop
hallway?
takes psychic damage. Speaking of which, actually... Your dagger slightly cracks. Not enough to be injured, but its mind is assaulted.
Psychic.
Psychic damage.
Wait, are we implying that there are souls in objects now? And if so, what's the
What's the implementation?
what is the implication of this jarring discovery? Could I write a book of it?
But you'd be writing inside a creature.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Listen to this guy.
Such little regard.
I'm gonna wait until there's a spot open on the other side.
Yeah.
Alright, what do I see at the end
Yeah.
of the hallway?
Up an end. It doesn't seem
Okay,
to go
my
anywhere.
God.
Is it just an empty hallway?
You can
Truly
move
a
one space
Sarah
forward and it
knows
wouldn't
no
be a puddle.
bounds.
Yeah.
Hang on, I want to hear what he said.
Puddle.
You can move one space forward and there wouldn't be a puddle if you want to open up some space for other people to see.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I'm gonna make more space. Is that a dead end?
Yes?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Yes.
wall walk I guess we're choosing this wall, I'll walk along this one
That's fine.
over here, and then stand on the floor.
Oh, the south wall was trapped, but not the north one. You
And then the rest of
fool.
the party can learn from that wisdom.
I'm gonna give you advantage on this because of fucking course there is one.
Yes. You'd think there might be one. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear what you're looking for.
Investigation. 19.
You don't have a perception? You could take that for that instead.
I do have a perception.
Because, by the by, it turns out that it's literally impossible for you to investigate a secret door out with your int.
Oh, really? Okay,
But
well,
yeah, with your perception, with that natural 20, you'll find it. Big surprise. Please. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
And
Oh god, it's a big red snake!
minus 10, and then
Clever.
I'm gonna just take more slime mind assault damage, I guess.
Sure.
Well,
8 more.
While I walk on it, do I have the option to avoid the damage?
Well, you're gonna hear a running and then a whoosh as the person leaps 20 feet.
Can I have done that from a 10-foot running?
Yes.
Running start. Oh shit! I didn't know that. Oh, okay, well, I'll just.
And
take,
then
I
same
guess
thing
I'll-
over
I
here.
learn for next time.
I'll also try to jump it since I have a base 15.
You're now on top of the champion, Tom.
I am now on top of the champion. I
With
guess.
a
I-
base
Whoa there.
15, I believe you go start here and then jump. This I'll give you an acrobatics on. See if you can,
Okey-doke.
combat roll as you land and extend out. Got a number in my head. Athletics, acrobatics, or,
Acrobatics of 12.
I'll give you that, yeah. So you'll make it. Alright. So you've gotten past the first one. There seems to be another traffic jam. Do you wish to open the secret door?
I'm gonna wait
Yeah, I'll
until.
push on the door.
Well, it slides up, but...
Okay, I'll
Shock.
that then.
Another hallway.
Okay, I'll step in here. Oh god. Considering that I have a feeling we might go into gear territory, whatever those rooms are over there, I'm gonna start heading south.
Certainly, it is lit
Ooh.
up.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna step here to allow more people to come in.
1 second. I need to see some things.
Sure.
We don't have a corresponding warning for this floor, right?
Not yet, at
We
least.
haven't found
Yeah.
one.
This is the 5th floor, so yeah, it'd be his 5th warning, so never mind.
This hall is choked with dust and cobwebs. Up ahead, flickering lights dimly illuminate a larger hall running perpendicular to this one. Where the two halls meet, words have been scrawled on the ceiling in dried blood. If you wish to rescind walking into that room just yet.
Yeah, sure.
Here, I'm gonna move.
Can
it.
I
Yes.
can I look up at the ceiling and see what the writing says? And does it say gullible?
No, it says in all capitals, Awaken Napaka.
Oh. That's familiar. We have
Yeah,
a certain staff for
Who
that.
had that iron rod?
Awaken my
I believe
masters.
I did.
Yeah.
So this one should be a little easier for me to jump, right?
It's about the same, so you'd have to make the same check. 'Cause it's
Okay.
still 20. You're trying to go 20 feet. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
So in that case, I heard something about a rod.
Yes, there was.
What is this?
That I'm assuming is supposed to be blocking lights.
Looks like a curtain or a bacon of some sort.
Or a bacon.
Yes, a thick purple drape hangs from wall to wall. So ignore it.
Okay. Well, considering I remember
Yes.
the stupid boar's head.
But
Might be
yes,
a
for the
little
room
gush.
itself, large puddles of gray slime spread across the floor of this 10-foot wide, gently sloping hallway. Candles flicker on riveted sconces, casting dim light across a sequence of sculpted reliefs depicting humanoids with bestial heads kneeling before a black star. At the lower end of the hall, a thick purple drape hangs wall to wall. At the upper end, the hallway terminates.
Oh, as in here. I mean, here. Right.
Yes.
What? Can we see what this is?
That is... I believe it is... I believe it is a candle that is not lit. I'm not sure if that's a lighting issue or what.
Well, I guess I'll scooch in here and give more room for the party.
Yeah, hang on a second.
I can squeeze without touching the puddle here, yeah?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, I'll walk over here. All right.
Oh, and so what's this over here?
That
That's
is
the
a
curtain.
large purple drape.
Also, real quick, Sareth, are you is the square below you gooey or nah?
Below me? That's the
Oh,
wall.
he's right here. That's where he's standing.
That's what I know.
Yeah,
I just
like, you see that, right? Okay.
No, yeah, but not under your token.
Okay,
He's,
here,
he's
that-
in a
oh,
safe
God.
spot.
Please be careful where you
Kuba didn't
drag
say
yourself.
anything, so. And then
Yeah,
I'll
there
go,
is not
I'll move
goo
over
there.
here. And can we tell what this is from where we are?
That's the unlit.
It's an unlit.
Oh, that's the
sconce.
unlit sconce. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna walk towards it. To here, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll move there with you.
And where was the writing, by the way?
It was right where Zyga is, above his head.
I see. Awaken the Paka.
Awaken, awaken, awaken.
Okay, well, I'll try to light this sconce.
They're not playing
Okay.
Metalocalypse here.
Yeah.
When you do so, it will light, but nothing else seems to happen.
Objective completed. Also, when I was walking by, I did notice there's like a shaft here.
No, it's something,
Okay,
It's something.
just poor drawings
I see.
on their end.
Okay. Well, all that's left is curtain. Unless I'll go up here and perceive this wall, I guess.
Certainly.
Do I see?
You do not.
Oh God, I've been blinded.
Yes.
I'll take a look myself. That's weird. I thought I had the sheet out. Hold on. And 15.
Okay. No, there doesn't seem to be anything you can notice wrong with that wall. There's no secret doors or anything.
This is the side
Okay.
with the relief, right?
Yes.
And then, so this is it nothing? Is it something?
There's a relief on there.
Okay.
And,
what's
well,
the
there's a
relief
relief on all the walls, but that one in particular is a crocodile-headed humanoid holding up a trapezoidal chest.
Oh.
The chest has in
Does
something
the
you put
chest
stuff
have
in?
a lock on it?
It has one drawn.
Okay.
It's not like
But-
holding out an actual chest, but
yeah,
in
no,
the
what I
picture
meant
it's holding
was,
up
like,
a chest.
does it have on the chest that is drawn on the wall a keyhole? Perhaps that is an actual keyhole. Is more of what I was getting
It
at.
does.
Aha.
Hmm.
All right.
Do you think maybe the iron rod we found in the throne room is what awakens Napaka, and the enchanted other one is maybe what destroys her? I don't
one
know.
of them's not
Because they're
enchanted.
twins, so I think they have like a dual.
No, one of them is not magic.
Well, yeah. What I mean is just the iron one is used as like a mechanism to start whatever awakens Napaka, and then the other one destroys it. Granted, is the hole even big enough for the iron rod?
No, it's a
Once I-
keyhole. You can
Is
fit a
the-
key in there.
It's a literal keyhole. Okay, because I wasn't sure. Because murals can be drawn bigger
What
and
about
smaller.
that weird key that Sarah found in the maze?
Red one that
The-
opened the rainbow chest?
No, I think he
Can you
means the
find it?
invisible one.
I didn't.
No,
find
the
that
invisible one I found
Yeah.
is for that clock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The invisible key for the invisible hatch.
Yep.
Okay, never mind.
It could be that Napaka has the key.
I'm curious. Oh yeah, she did have. There was a key. There was a key, and there was the bead of fireballs.
Oh, there was a key in the chest or
Yeah.
in the crypt.
But
color-
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What was that key? What did that key?
The,
look
the
like?
turtle had the key, I think.
Let me
the
go check.
scarab or something.
Because it's
Yeah, it
been a
was
bit.
scarab. My
Yeah,
bad.
I'm also gonna point to the champion. And is the text in common or is it?
It's in common.
Okay, that's strange. But
Well, it's
we'll
written in
mention.
blood, so it's a warning.
Yeah.
Most of Acererak's like warnings have been in common, so
What's
So
the
I'll
linguistics
mention.
check here? Can I see if it's Withers' handwriting?
that's true. You've seen the one thing from him. Well, let's see. I'm not seeing a key from. Oh no, there it is. Crypt of the Sun Queen. It was a small jade key shaped like a crocodile.
Convenient.
Oh, okay. Key shaped like a crocodile, then yeah, that definitely goes to the chest.
Crocodile, chest. I guess they both start with C.
Well, no, it's a head. It's a person with a crocodile head holding a chest.
It's over where I am.
So the key with a
okay.
crocodile. and
So we inspected this to make sure it's not trapped, right?
When have we ever
that's-
done
no,
that?
haven't yet.
All right. Well,
I
I'll
guess
leave
that would be an
sticking my eye,
investigation, right?
sticking an eye against the wall to you.
Cuba?
You can do so if you wish. Nothing stands out from that besides the obvious keyhole
I'll
in
keep
the
that.
facade.
Yep, that looks good to me too.
It'd be more investigation at that point because you're actively looking at it, but
Well,
with
I
the
did the whole
5,
of
you
the
still
stuff
don't. Yeah.
anyway.
All right,
Okay.
I'll tell people to be ready, but
I take a step back.
actually, have we first checked to see what's behind here?
You have not.
If you want to do that first, I'm game.
Something tells me that Napaka is behind the curtain there.
Napaka was the queen. Who,
No, Napako, I
But if
thought
you're talking
was
about
the golem. That
Well,
gets
no,
destroyed by
Napaka was
that
the
staff.
queen, but you also identified the rod and know that it's used
Right,
to
right.
stop a construct named Napaka.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Considering the real Napaka is buried over there, we know we probably should avoid awakening this Napaka.
Okay, so I'll put the key in, I guess.
Okay, you can do so.
And turn it ever so slowly to draw a dramatic suspense. Oh, wait, that's the wrong way.
The music picks up as you do so.
Nah, he just kind of starts turning it very slowly, and then the
Everyone's
wall just kind of swings open.
Oh. Ding.
Shocker! There was a secret path.
What?
I hate
Secret
roll 20
passage.
sometimes.
All right, after you, Zyga.
Me first? Are you kidding?
Oh, fine. I'll go in. Squeeze.
At what point do you think that the person who is predominantly ranged should go first?
When we encounter ranged foes first, of course.
Call him a battle master.
I am the tactical mastermind. All right.
You're also
so-
very bad at making decisions, so
All right, I'll follow him.
All right.
I'm guessing. Actually, I think that it might be best if the
Also, your
The
character
champion
model's
stays here for a bit.
slightly... Your character model was slightly too large. That was kind of strange.
Mine?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
No,
weird.
Zyga's was just sized a little too big.
Too
thick.
small.
Are you saying
And
I'm fat?
Sarath was too small. Some interesting things going on there. Oh well, you're all fixed now.
Okay.
So continue.
Well, boop.
So is the hallway cramped or is it just drawn differently?
It's cramped, like you're
Okay.
squeezing and crawling through. Assuming no one's small.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bad
No
feeling
kind
about
of weird
this,
ass blades or anything.
No, nothing yet.
He said,
Alright.
"Yet,
Okay.
get ready."
Well, when Sharat goes to there, he sees something.
but I see a light.
A light, and also a
I
large...
actually don't see it fully yet.
Okay, well, it's supposed to be in the back 2 squares, but it's essentially a large wagon on stone rollers.
Oh, there's a wagon over here.
Stone rollers. Interesting. So does the wagon have wheels?
Yes.
Yeah, stone rollers.
So think a steamroller.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right. So what's so I'm far enough in to see.
It's
what's-
just that.
It's just but what's on the wagon?
Just nothing. It's just a large block on 2 steamroller wheels.
Oh, okay. So these are the rollers.
Yes.
Okay. They were rectangular. So here's me thinking they were. Okay. So it's just a wagon. Seems weird. So it's just a wagon in here. Like here, come look for yourself.
Squeeze around here. I'm gonna perceive to see if there's anything like another door
Sure, go ahead.
along these walls. 22.
That's a persuasion. You cannot
I
convince me that there's a secret door
Can I
here.
keep the 18 though?
You can, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so my perception is also a 4, so it's the same roll.
So 22. There doesn't seem to be anything in here. It's just a 3x2 room with a large steamroller.
Could I knock against the wall to see how thin it is?
It seems as thick as any of the other walls.
Okay, so it's-
Almost magically so.
I was about to say.
Okay. Would it be like, I don't think there's an engineering check, but something to see if this wagon would actually be able to break through the wall as like a trap?
It would have to pick up speed,
Say
and
if
it's
we
right.
unveil the curtain, it starts smashing through and rolling at us.
It would have to build up speed, and there's no
There's not really
engineering.
room
It's
for that here.
I
A
assume
lich
all
will-
characters have a
The place is
rudimentary
magical. Who
physics.
knows?
A wizard did it.
So there could be a
speaking of-
magic way for it to break through, but just by like it starting to roll, there's not enough
Right.
space for it to pick up
Speaking
enough
of,
momentum.
detect magic.
I was working my way to that,
There is no well, the wall is magic,
but there's nothing on the
but
wagon. that's
nothing on the
magic.
wagon.
So this wall in
How
particular,
bizarre.
or just
That wall
all
in
the walls are
particular.
magic? Okay, so that wall in particular is magic. What kind of magic?
I believe it is. It's 1 second. Let me check. Abjuration.
Okay, and I always forget what abjuration implies.
Shielding, blocking.
So it might be protected against attacks.
Oh,
Oh my god, a steam tank with shield. Is there like a sheet over it, or is that the actual thing?
That is the actual thing there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
The 2 wooden
confused.
things are the rollers, and then it has a skull-shaped cabin, I guess.
How difficult would it be to dislodge one of the rollers?
Impossible.
yeah, I don't think there's enough room.
That stone is just extra thick.
Well,
But all right.
how bizarre.
There's not much. And you said that there was shielding magic on the walls. That on this wall here.
Yes.
On the east wall, yeah.
But not on the
I'm-
wagon itself.
I'm gonna make my way to the other side. And do I still detect magic on this side of the wall?
Yes.
Okay. Will already did a perception on this wall, right, to see if there was anything there.
Yes. And you know he got a 22 on the other side, and it would be the same check on either. It is
Okay,
not
so-
a secret door or anything like that.
Right, but maybe like a. Okay.
But it's strange that
Do
the
I-
actual wagon itself isn't magical.
Do I actually detect magic anywhere else in the hallway?
The candles.
Just the candles. Okay. I'm almost curious what might happen if they all went out. But I'm not going to do anything on my own in this hallway. So while the others investigate,
Say they're
I'm
not-
going to.
Magic, right?
What's that?
They're not magic.
You said that the flames in the room aren't.
No, the candles are magic.
candles
or
are.
the sconces, whatever.
right.
I'll
the candles
come
are
back
okay.
and I'll
Yes.
relay whichever it is.
Okay, so, and I'm sorry, I know you just said this, but I didn't catch it fully. The sconces are magic.
The candles inside the sconces are magic.
Okay.
I think I've said
sorry.
that like
I
5
didn't hear it-
times.
I didn't hear it fully. It cut off after the word before the word magic. So
That's the thing. You only think you said it 5 times.
Oh no, Avdol suddenly got ripped in half.
Yeah, no.
rocks
Right.
fall.
I guess I'll make my way over back out of the room.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, as soon as we come back to this hallway, I'll, encourage people being cautious of the western wall.
is this room slanted so that it's drawing towards the curtain?
Yes, it is. You don't even need to roll a perception for that.
Yeah.
It is
Okay. so
easily
this is the hallway
higher
where we
at the
came
top,
in.
and it goes downhill this way.
Hmm.
All right. Okay, so can we taking the base of the wagon off the roller doesn't seem like it'll
That is
make much of
impossible.
a difference. Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying just like pluck the top off, not move the roller.
Yeah,
Again,
even
Again,
then, we
it's
have
a
two
solid
giant logs
stone
rolling
construction.
Yeah.
towards us. Oh, I've got an idea. What if we all get into this hallway up in the north, and maybe Zyga uses a mage hand to move the curtain?
Depends on how heavy the curtain is.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
wait.
that's why I said it's an idea. I didn't say it was
Abdul,
a
aren't you
plan.
a dwarf? Can't you do something about the stone?
That racist.
Wow. He can tell you what type of
What do you
stone
mean,
it
do
is.
something about the stone.
Like, so, I don't know.
I think he thinks you can shape
Stone
stone
wrap.
and eat it.
I was saying
remember-
shape stone to
If I remember
like.
correctly, we used to
make-
have someone who could shape stone.
And
He's
then
dead
he
now.
died.
Oh, then he
I don't
Yeah,
died.
think
that,
you've
that's
ever-
what I
you-
said.
oh, you
We
did
had
meet him,
someone
yeah.
who could shape stone, but then he died.
Oh.
Sounds like the story for all the companions you've had in this dungeon.
Yeah,
huh?
it's a rather sad story. I try not to get too attached to people anymore.
Ever told?
Well, in the face of non-action, I'm going to action. I'm gonna walk along the wall,
Sure.
and then from the wall, I'm gonna pull the curtain towards the wall.
That's fine. It will be ripped from its hanging parts.
What do I see?
The hallway comes to a dead end 15 feet beyond the purple drape. A 6-foot-tall statue of a leering 4-armed gargoyle stands at the back wall. One of its arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of it, its hand curled into a tight fist. The other 3 arms have their clawed hands open in such a way to suggest they're meant to hold something. Carved into the wall above the statue is a riddle.
Is it in common?
Yes?
Yeah, read the riddle.
3 I need, then 3 more. 3 more still opens the door.
Opens the door could mean that the wall at the back end suddenly opens up. But that's just me being paranoid about this place being a trap-filled funhouse.
And I
You have
imagine
a very
this is
strange
the
definition
arm.
of fun.
Hey, it's fun for whoever's trying to kill us, clearly. He's got a whole bunch of traps here.
Kuba?
What's that?
This is the arm, I imagine?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking along the wall, and then I guess I'll step down to the ground and pick up the closed fist arm.
It is quite heavy, but if you can heft it up, you can do so.
Okay, I mean, if it matters, I have 14 strength.
Right, you stopped being strong boy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
mechanism,
pretty
yeah.
difficult because it's just a
Okay.
solid
I'll move up
arm.
and
How about
help.
this? How about
I've got 17
No,
strength.
I was gonna say not in perception to ask if I could see something in its fist.
You cannot.
Can I detect magic to see if anything magical is in its fist?
No, the stone is blocking the way.
Okay. Can I do a perception to see if maybe there's a door behind the statue?
Certainly.
11.
You can't see any.
Okay. Does the statue itself detect as magic?
Well,
The statue itself does.
Okay. What kind?
You and your stupid questions.
I need to know. The seeker compels me.
1 second, let me pull up the different schools. I believe it is transmutation. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you wish to do?
Do we want to just leave this be and investigate to the north? Or, Sarah, do you want me to help lift that arm and see if we can just pop it back on?
I'm thinking the riddle. 3 I need, then 3 more. 3 after that, I open the door.
3 more still, not 3 after that.
Still.
That's a horrible rhyming scheme.
Whatever. I'm a cleric, not a poet.
Yeah.
also, for what it's worth, I believe if we when you're saying explore the north, you mean like up past the in the rafts, right?
No,
Into the
up north in
gears?
the hallway that we just came out of.
Oh, there's a. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, does the arm look like if we are able to lift it up, we can just pop it back on, or is it just like
no,
broken
it's
off?
it's broken off.
It's been
Okay, yeah.
snapped off
I
effectively.
mean, the alternative is, you know, I and any other strong boys could try and just shatter the arm, but to see if it's holding anything. But that would risk maybe breaking whatever's in its fist. So if we really want,
If only I could use knock to open up a hand.
right?
All right. Well, is there a handout for the riddle, or is it just?
No, just the words.
We
All right.
We may
Mostly
find
because
a-
I'm really bad at remembering riddles.
Can you go over the description of the gargoyle again, please?
It is a 6-foot tall statue of a leering 4-armed gargoyle. One of its arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of it. That hand is curled into a tight fist. The other 3 arms still attached have their clawed hands open in such a way to suggest they're meant to hold something.
We should go get the eyeballs again.
Those disappeared as soon as you put them in the wall.
Can we roll religion? Is it to identify the gargoyle?
No, it's just
It's a non.
yeah, non-religious gargoyle.
Is it a
There's no
historical-
Christianity
It's a
in this
secular
universe.
gargoyle.
Well, I remember that other room that had the gargoyles with the coin slots.
Right, we never
That
did.
was upstairs.
I put money in them.
Right, but we didn't put money in all of them. Or no,
Yeah, I
you
did.
put in.
He put money in all of them.
The one that needed a platinum, I put in enough gold that it amounted
Matched
to
a platinum, yes.
You know
Yeah.
what? I actually agree with Abdel. I think we should explore north. I don't see
All right.
anything in here that would justify that like we could extract anything out of. So let's see if this room has the things that we need to put in the hands.
Sure.
All right.
You can do so. Certainly.
Well, we're gonna have to wait for
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can jump.
what's
That one you can
what's
just
the
make
name?
across.
Yeah.
Jenny Jorp Jomp.
What?
What?
It's a 30 Rock joke. It's when
Get your not topical humor out of here. 30 Rock is how old? Like 5-6 years longer?
it needs
Well, to be
needs
fair,
be-
we mentioned Arrested Development a lot too, and I mean, come on.
At least that had a new season that sucked.
Yeah, that was kind
Alright.
of disappointing. But we're getting off.
y'all want to scooch up so I can jump the muck.
I'd like to, yeah.
Huh.
And can you move the champion?
Yeah, the champion would technically be in front of me.
All right.
You
And
can't tell
then-
her that.
And then I can.
I can't. I don't speak her language.
That's what I'm saying. You can't tell her that.
I know.
I can clear this. Wait. Yeah.
I'll
this
just
is
tell her to
technically-
stick close and be wary of Abdul.
Yeah.
Really?
Keep,
As long
I
as
need-
you
I need-
have like 15 to 20 strength, you'll be able to clear most of these piles.
I have exactly 15 strength as it happens.
Well, lucky you. Alright, as you approach this one, a pungent stench fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. A wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost takes up most of the interior, and a narrow path hugs the walls between the two exits. Jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, a 10-foot-wide shaft leads straight up.
I'm gonna let the other people come into this room before I do, because that doesn't seem like a good idea to go into poison. Like, is it the green stuff like a cloud of dust or something?
It's just saying it smells bad.
Oh.
It smells icky.
Well, who wants to be first into this poison cloud?
Yeah, okay, I'll take a step, I guess.
It smells particularly bad, and there are rotting piles of compost everywhere.
Actually, now that I think about it, does this stuff seem like it would, like the scent like remind me of any kind of combustible
No,
gas?
it's more just rot.
Are we
Okay.
supposed to see these dotted lines?
That is the shaft leading up.
I see.
It actually is supposed to be there.
Oh, it's like a ventilation shaft.
Yes.
Okay. and
Also,
what is...
based on looking, that is the sprinkler. Based on your map, which you can, check, that is the hole in the middle of the gargoyles.
Oh shit! Really? That's the ones.
Huh.
The ones that needed the coins.
Yes. Remember, there was a hole in the middle of them.
Yep. We didn't rappel down into there.
No, you did not.
All right. I guess that would end us here. Okay. Is there anything in this room?
No, besides
Bad
the
gas.
bad gas, rotting mounds of compost, and the shaft and the sprinkler.
Okay. There seems to be another door, or
There
at least a
does.
hallway that goes over there. I'm drawing this so that I'm pointing that way,
Thank you.
Mhm.
and I'm gonna start making my way over there.
Certainly.
Do you want me to make my movement?
Go ahead.
Okay.
There is a compost pile directly in front of you. You're stepping through it right now.
Oh, so like here is fine.
Yeah, it's like
So here.
I'm gonna draw circles.
Okay, fair enough.
There you go.
Ah, big posts.
I mean, yes. What good is compost if it's not 10 feet wide?
Yeah. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ooh, I'm gonna stop here because that looks interesting. And I don't need an explanation until we're all over, so I'm gonna wave the party forward and say try to go around the trash.
All right.
Okay.
Yes,
For some
go
reason, I
around
got pulled back over
Avdol.
there.
I'm gonna move to there before.
It looks like more of the aboleth goo.
I'm also gonna mention to the champion to follow.
Certainly, she will. While complaining about the stench of death.
Just try not to breathe much of it. What the hell?
Okay. I guess now that we have more people seeing this, can you give us a description of what we see?
Certainly. You see, the walls are still covered with riveted sheets of iron, and the pockmarked stone floor has a large puddle of gray slime in the middle of it. That's about all you can see. Where you are. You see up to about here, right? Or do you go further?
My sight.
Yeah, it's hard for
I
me to
have
tell because it
normal
kind of
vision up to
peters out.
here, and then dim vision up to here.
Okay, you notice something on the back wall and what looks to be a door out on the other side. You have to get closer to identify what.
Okay.
If
I'll start
It's-
moving towards here. Is this an easy jump? Can I just like skip over?
Oh yeah, you can just. It's more of for something else.
Like it looks like.
So
Because
as you enter the room,
Okay.
there are 5 friezes along the wall, depicting black dragons.
You monster frisbee.
Is this room spinning?
It is not.
It looks like the way this, because we saw the cogs. It looks like these rooms are meant to rotate.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Okay.
But there is indeed a door at the back.
Here. I'm gonna go here and inspect this frieze. Is it all the same?
It is a
dragon?
black dragon. Yes.
Oh, okay. And this is more of the goo, I imagine, that we've seen before.
Also, the friezes are up at the ceiling-ish area, not like on ground level. So they're like statues jutting out. And yes, that is the pool of goo. It is incredibly similar to the goo you've seen before, almost identical.
Just gonna make my way over like this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Stop entering each other.
I've been entered.
Phrasing.
Alright, so you see another hallway through with a bit of goo and something at the end of the hallway.
Well, wait for the party to gather before we enter this last place, or this next place, I should say. I'm gonna skip over, use my slippers to walk along the wall,
Certainly.
and then get to here. What?
Yeah.
Is that a skull?
Yes. A 4-foot high, 7-foot wide iron lectern in the middle of this rusty, iron-plated room is topped by a slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same colors. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles with a small crystal embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under the configuration labeled 3 glows bright green. 3 6-inch diameter rusty iron pipes jut from the wall above the engravings. And I know we have someone possessed by Unk. Was anyone possessed by Papazotl? I don't believe so.
No.
Papazotl was here, but I think he's gone.
Yes.
Yeah, Papazotl
Okay,
was...
it looks like it's Injin, Unk, Shigambi, and Nang Nang.
Yeah, someone's
Certainly.
possessed by Ijin. I'm possessed by Nang Nang. I was possessed by Obalaka earlier, and then I think Will was possessed by Shigambi until that was resolved.
Shigambi.
It wasn't resolved.
I thought the...
No, I'm pretty sure
bracers were
he still has Shigambi in him. It's just you didn't
Yeah,
find
he
out.
does.
Okay.
Also,
Gotcha.
you have the bracers on you, Abdul.
I thought the
Yes.
bracers were of Shigambi when you put them on.
No, the
No,
instrument
bracers
is
were.
Shigambi's.
Okay.
Bracers were strength spirit.
Strength spirit. Swole spirit.
Much.
But Nang
Swole
Nang won
too.
that arm wrestling contest.
Mind arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you wish to do?
Well, I'm gonna wait for everyone else to come over here.
All right.
So we got.
I'll get out of the way so everyone can come in.
You're gonna follow Sharat?
Yes, sir. No. Oh shit. Ah shit. God damn it.
You fool.
Apparently not.
I'm just gonna put you
Why-
over there.
Thank you.
Okay.
The tracking was being obnoxious.
As you see the control panel, Sharat, you hear a very slow talking voice in your head say, I think I can figure out what those do. Let me look at them for a bit.
Hey, can I get in there? I want to take a look at that panel.
You're already here.
You're already here. It's
Yeah.
right there.
You were
Oh,
at
sorry,
the panel.
Y'all were facing the wall, and for some reason, never mind. Okay.
We're not facing the wall.
Speaking
we're just
of,
against the
if you
wall,
want
so
to
other people
see
can come
what
in.
it looks like,
Ooh, that'd be handy.
there you are.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. There's a blue button and a red button.
Okay. Now I can get a look at this. All right. And I let Unk take.
So you're just all gonna wait for Unk to finish?
Mm.
No.
Well, let's get to some deductions first. The compost room, as well as the room we went through to get here, are definitely two of the gears, but we don't know
What the
which
third
room
one
is
is.
this. Yeah. Granted, judging by the position,
I'd imagine it.
I think the
None-
third room was to the right. So if anything, oh, none of those look like. It's hard to tell. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Well,
So it looks like if out of all the configurations, we would want configuration not 1, because that would, I think, lock us out. Is there actually a
One,
configuration
you can
where all three
see
are
that one would prevent you from entering the room because the door,
Yeah.
assuming those openings on the pentagons are the openings of the door, would move
Right.
it. The only one that allows you to leave this room is 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And even 5 would lock you into jumping into ostensibly more lake, as its exit would be in the upper right.
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 However, this isn't a dungeon explorer where you're all 5 in one square.
Yeah, it seems like somebody has to stay in the control room and get the party.
Ooh, the champion volunteers. Let's prevent party splits.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that'd be handy. So we just tell her, but we have to figure out how it works first.
You
right
do.
now, is the green 3? Is that lit? Like,
It is lit
Yeah.
up, as in the
Okay.
picture.
Okay.
Question: could you tell me more about the yellow symbols surrounding the cogs?
It looks like the one on the far left of all of them is a star. That's the room you're in.
Mm-hmm.
The one in the bottom left seems to be a...
Side down frowny face.
I'd say more like an archway.
Stonehenge. We must go there.
It doesn't really give me descriptions, unfortunately.
Okay, gotcha. The top one.
It's more just for flavor, I believe.
No, okay, makes sense.
Okay.
Although, got it. Those could be certain rooms. Like if you look at 3, the far right cog has an opening at the corresponding rooms there.
It does.
So. Oh, you know what? Here, I know exactly. So the first room we went in with all the compost, that was the middle cog.
Looks like it.
It's pretty obvious because if we came in from that bottom left archway room, then the cog would be the middle one. And then we went diagonally northwest to the left one. So, yeah. So that makes sense.
My thought here is we need to go to configuration 1.
Yeah, we need
But
to go
to
to the
do
middle
that-
room first, and then.
But to do that, the party needs to be in the middle of configuration 3's cog,
Mm-hmm.
which is the gas room, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, knowing that, I'm going to see if we can figure out this console.
Mm-hmm.
Blue or red.
Let's see how we can move it to
Yeah, I'm gonna
preset 1 first.
I'm gonna touch the blue dial and
Wait.
move it counterclockwise.
Okay, so counterclockwise would be to the left, I believe,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Certainly. When you do so, the light under 3 will go out, and it will go under 2.
Does didn't Unk was
No
Unk
moving.
like confident, or was
Unk-
it like
No, Unk
here,
was
let
like,
me just
if I
find-
look at this, I might be able to figure it out. Maybe.
Hold on. So the lights changed, but we didn't hear any moving.
No, there has been no movement.
I'm gonna
Probably have
rotate
to
it
pull the
one
lever.
more counterclockwise to go to 1.
So it will go to 1. It is lit up under 1.
Okay. If that rotates, it's possible the blue button might activate. Anybody
or
gonna
the
try
star
to stop
lever.
me from pressing this button? I'm gonna press the button. Because if we're in here, we're
Yeah,
still gonna
no,
stay in
I
here.
don't think
not
we're
gonna
going to
be
be
impacted.
affected. Well, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Before that, can I inspect those pipes that were poking out?
Certainly.
All right, what do you want? Perception or investigation?
I'd say investigation.
Okie doke. That's an 8.
There seems to
I'd
be
bring it up
something
to
that
the
would
others
come
to say,
out of
hey,
it.
before we do anything that would actually start things moving, maybe show some concern for these pipes, which could dispel Lord knows what.
18.
It seems to have very minute traces of the goo you've seen all over this floor.
Wonderful. Anybody have potatoes?
Okay, you do not want to deal with a goo-powered potato cannon and then goo pouring out.
Yeah.
That's true. At the very least,
Make a
someone just
dex
gets our
check.
potatoes.
Beam for like 8d4.
Okay.
Potato strong.
Well, I'm going to go with my theory and press the blue button.
When you do so, the entire room will start shuddering and shaking as the gears start to rotate. Now, I need to figure this out, because I believe there is a way for me to do something here, and I'm not sure how it's functioned. Oh, I see. It's multi-sided. Oh, good God. I see. That can work. There we go. That's interesting. I see how it works. But it will rotate, and now your path is cut off, and it grinds to a halt.
Okay. Now that we know how that works, I'm going to see if it'll revert. I'm going to use the blue dial to light up the 3 again, and then
Certainly.
hit the blue button once more.
We'll shift back.
Okay, it looks like we figured out how to move move the cogs.
Mm-hmm.
Can we instruct the champion that...
You can't.
Can Zyga instruct the champion
There you go.
that the blue or the blue rotation seems to correspond to these configurations, and the button will turn them to whatever they're locked on. So when we leave the room, could she shift the blue lever or the blue knob till the 1 lights up by going 2 to the left and then hitting the blue button to rotate it? And then if she doesn't hear from us for, say, 20 minutes, revert it back to the original position using the blues?
Maybe not as soon as... Or no, yeah, never mind, because both rooms number, I guess the far left and the middle will be connected. I was about to say... Or no, we have to get to the middle room, so not as soon as
Yes.
you leave. Because if it's as immediately...
There's a
when you
pathway.
leave-
You can, like, set up, like, a call out if you're okay with yelling in this room. Like,
Yeah.
a go.
Okay.
Or even, like, don't you have, like, a cantrip that shoots, like, a little sparkle?
Oh, like color spray or something?
Something, yeah.
Dancing lights.
To be fair, that feels more bardish.
It's also Pathfinder. I don't think dancing lights made it here.
That's true.
Because Kentra's supposed to do something in this version.
That's true. It could be a ritual. Although then it'd be a first level spell slot, and oh no.
Yeah, dancing lights are totally spell in 5e.
Oh, I think it actually gives disadvantage on the next attack they make or something like that.
Oh, that's neat. At any rate, could Zyga communicate how we figured out the blue dials to work?
Yeah, so you can.
So she can
She
operate
will
it.
agree to that.
Okay.
So on your signal, she will switch it to configuration 1, and then after 20 minutes, she will switch it back to configuration 3, assuming no new, call-outs have been said.
Okay, so I guess we should make our way to the poison.
Yeah.
Or the
Yes.
gas. Whatever it is. Okay, stupid handout.
Wait, I want to figure out what the controls do.
What is Unk saying? Is he's indecisive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might be there a while, Unk, if we let
Yeah.
Unk take the wheel.
Well, maybe if I... No. What about... No, if I just do the... No.
The one time I hope Unc could be. I mean, the 23 con is pretty great, but Was kind of like out of character. I was kind of hoping that Ankh would pull through.
Gonna get over here.
He can't make decisions. We have to just tell him.
Now, if this is working the way I think it's gonna work, I'd really be interested to see if Roll20 can pull that off.
Yeah, actually, I had to look away from the screen. Now I don't know everybody. Okay, back in the gas room.
We're in the gas room. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so you're gonna give the signal?
Yep. Zyga, let her know.
All right.
And like I said,
So-
it does actually have stuff for this. You hear all of a sudden the gears shudder to life and start spinning with a horrible crunching, grinding noise.
That is cool.
Took me a bit to figure out. It was
Oh,
pretty
wow.
nice. However, from the room to the north, a gas will enter this room, different from the odor of rot. And as it diffuses into the room,
Uh-oh.
We're gonna find garbage, aren't we?
no,
The mounds come to life.
yes,
Oh, wow. That was a joke.
That's what I meant. That's the compost mounds.
it is. You all can roll natures if you wish.
Okay. 13.
13,
Nature.
15. With a 15, you can recognize these as shambling mounds.
Hmm.
And with a
Ugh.
15, I would give you. They are known for.
You say
Generally
shambling,
being
I'm gonna
annoying.
Shit. I'll give you that they can engulf creatures, and once you do so, it will essentially start digesting you while you are blinded, restrained, unable to breathe. And they are also completely and utterly immune to lightning. They will actually absorb it and gain strength.
Okay, so no lightning. All right.
Yes. And as the gas filters into this room, you can tell it's different from the stench of rot. It seems to start affecting you negatively.
Oh, good. Are we rolling saves or?
You will after a certain amount of time as it diffuses. And we're going into initiatives.
It begins.
They get a 7.
Funny.
23.
17.
6. Dang it.
Okay, so half of you are going before, half of you are going after, somehow. Sharat, start us off.
Alrighty.
You know, it's been a bit. Let's have some stuff. Hopefully this isn't going to be too loud.
So, just to make sure, this gas doesn't ignite, right?
You don't know.
You
that.
haven't tried.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pull out the sword. I'm gonna light it up.
This is how the party dies.
Yeah.
TPK in 3, 2, 1. No, but I'm gonna pull out the flaming longsword.
Certainly. Are you going to activate it?
No.
Oh, you're just pulling it out. I see.
Yeah.
Is that playing? I'm not hearing it. There we go.
Yeah.
It's just slightly low.
Is this?
This is Heroes.
Are these just jungle rhythms?
Anyways, you going to swing?
Yeah, there it is. All right, and then I'm gonna take 2 swings on this guy right here. Swing
Gotta
1.
go with the series before Ubisoft made it awful. That will absolutely hit.
Now see, that's where you're wrong, because Ubisoft was in charge of the re-release. The HD
That was
version.
awful too.
Oh, the fire. Don't count the fire, but it's
So 3 damage.
And then again.
Certainly. It does seem to do full.
And then a second time.
A 16 will still hit.
Sorry. I should have rolled this first, but it's not a huge deal. I'm going to give it a. God damn it, where is it? I got it. My thing is a million. There it is. Distracting strike. So I'm gonna use a distracting strike on it, which means I roll a superiority die, which is the 8. 1.
So 1 more damage, I
One more
believe.
damage, and then the next attack on it has advantage.
Okay, certainly. And is that your turn?
Yes.
We're moving on to Zyga.
So I know its resistances and immunities are fire.
Oops. Sorry, go for it.
Or
The 15
was it lightning?
It was lightning. All you got with
Okay.
the 15 was that it absorbs lightning and it can engulf you if it grapples
Okay.
you.
Alright, well, let's see if I can do this. You guys are making it real difficult for me to use a fireball.
Well, I actually don't know if. Oh, I see. You just mean close distance.
Yeah.
Engulf is quite scary.
The square behind me, does it seem to be able to be stood or stand? Or can I stand in that one, or is it too?
To your left,
Yeah.
I'd say you could squeeze up against the wall there.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to there. Yeah, there's not really many place I can like unless
Yeah, what's the radius of it?
after all, it's 20.
feet.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
So,
Unless...
literally, you and Chirat are being a bit of a problem here for if I wanted to use a fireball.
You could get the two of these if you do it from where I'm measuring out.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the one that's right next to me, but yeah, I'll use a fireball up here to get these those two.
You would know shambling mountains as plants aren't really a very intelligent thing. They're probably going to go for whatever is closest.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll use a 4th level slot for this one, just because I feel like this is a more pressing issue, especially with gas coming in. So it's a DC 15 dex save.
DC 15, certainly. You can have it so it plays through all of them, like cycling. Oh well, let's move on to the next. Alright, so dex save. First one will fail, and second one will fail.
Alright, so it's 96?
8d6 if you didn't increase it.
Oh no, I did to 4th level.
Okay, so that would be 96 then, yes. $34. However, it does seem to wound them, but not as much as the potent explosion would suggest. They seem to be resistant to fire.
So it didn't matter if I had the sword ignited or not. Got it.
Resistant, not... Oh,
Yeah.
and yes, the room does not explode as the gas ignites.
It
That
just
is...
seems like something that whoever created this dungeon would do.
It does. I'm actually a little surprised it doesn't, but they're going to move up, and now they're going to start slamming each of you. Sharat, starting with you.
Yep.
12
No.
and 15.
No.
Avdol, 10
Nope.
and 15.
No.
Serath, 23
Oh, come on, man.
and 16.
That'll miss.
Okay, so you only get hit once. It does not get a hand on you with both of its arm analogs. Speaking of, as you identified them, in case you want to know what it looks like, ignore the person inside of it. There is not one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Avdol, you are
That's
up.
us if we don't get out of here alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I forget. Does casting a spell in melee provoke?
No, unless it's a ranged attack, there is no penalty, and ranged attack is only disadvantage.
Yeah, okay. Let me check something here. So, what if the spell's a ranged spell? Does that provoke?
What is it state?
I was thinking of
Are you
casting
making a
Blight,
ranged
because it's
attack?
flank.
Blight would not cause any issues.
Okay,
And Blight
yeah.
would mess these things up quite well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Our
cast
plants.
Blight on this one right here in front of me.
And just to
And
confirm,
I'm gonna cast it as a 5th level.
5th level, so that means that it's going up by a d8, so 9d8. It will have disadvantage on this check. A 16,
16 ties.
that will succeed. Also, how is your save 16?
I've got a good charisma.
5 at this point? Remember, it's 8 plus proficiency plus... Oh no, I guess your proficiency is 4
Yeah.
at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How is yours not 16, Zyga?
I have 18 int, I think.
It should be 16 then,
Oh shit.
Yeah. you have
because your
18.
proficiency went up last level.
Yeah, mine's
But-
DC 16.
Okay, so it will tie still, so that will save.
Yeah,
And
okay,
so
so
9d8 maximized is 72, but it saved, so half, so 36 damage. As it rears back with a plant screech. Which I think is silence, but Serath, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to imbue my Warhammer with a holy weapon as a bonus.
Certainly.
And I'm going to try to hit this one.
Okay. Start the rolls.
22 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
That does 4 damage plus...
That minimum damage is so unfortunate.
Okay. 11 holy.
Okay, it seems to take full from all of that.
4 extra bludgeoning from the Priest of Zeal Divine Strike. And with
Certainly.
the power of Shigambi, I'm going to attack again.
Go ahead.
19 to hit.
Yes, that will, on the backswing, you will smack it across its vines.
So 21 total, 9 bludgeoning, 12 holy.
Certainly. Sherrod, we are back to you, top of the
Oh, and
enclave.
my hammer is now glowing with light, by the way.
Certainly.
Alright. And also, no one else attacked this thing, did it?
No.
Alright, so let me double check on how exactly Destructive Strike works. Other than use advantage if the attack's made before the start of your next turn. God,
So
all
it
right.
just went to waste.
It did, and also I burned a superiority die doing that.
Hey, you did 1 extra damage with that
I
superiority
did one
die.
whole extra damage.
1 superiority damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna use a bonus to turn on the sword. And
Certainly.
then the room explodes. So, swing 1. No, swing 2.
That will miss. But on the backswing, you will catch it.
Doing
it
9
does.
damage total, I think.
Yes, with the resistance. Okay, is
And
that your
that's
move?
it for me.
Yeah, you used everything. Zyga, back to you.
I could use it. Use a superiority, but you know,
Probably not
what?
the best bet at the moment.
Well, I restore the superiority on short rests, I think.
Give me int checks, everyone.
25.
Oh, that's absolutely enough. At the rate of gas diffusion, you have 2 more rounds before it's going to reach saturation point and start affecting you. So essentially, everyone besides Sherrod will get 2 more turns. Sherrod will only get 1, as he was the start of the round.
Rip.
All right. Here, I might just have to use an ice knife here on this one, and I'll aim for like its back just to make sure that I don't hit.
What's the explosion
Sherrod.
range?
I think it's 5 feet.
If it's
but,
5, you'll be fine. If it's 10, there's nowhere you can target it where you won't hit.
Ice knife is 5 feet.
Okay, you're fine there.
All right. So yeah, I'll
Oh,
throw an
roll
ice
to
knife.
hit. Oh, now you throw an attack on it. Where's that superiority dice?
Well, I didn't know if if fire would work on these
No,
things.
this
or
isn't
not,
on
so-
you. This is on Sherrod.
So 15 to hit.
A 15 will tie, so you will just barely hit. So,
All right. So it takes 1d10 piercing damage and then 2d6 cold.
yes. Well, it'll have to make a save for the 2d6, but...
So wow.
Well, so 6 piercing.
It
It's going to
saves.
make it save. It will fail, but the explosion seems to do less.
Man, that was a spectacular explosion. Unfortunately, okay, interesting to know.
So you can surmise it's immune to lightning, resistant to cold, and resistant to fire.
Is there
Take
nothing
that,
to sing
elementals.
I bet it doesn't resist necrotic, as we've seen.
You know
or
that
radiant?
much.
Yeah, like,
Anyways, they are going to go now, and they're
Radiant
going
is a
to
type of fire.
continue to slam people, starting with Sherrod. Swing
Yep.
1.
Yep.
Will catch you over the back of the head, and as it goes for the follow through, that will
Oh
not
my
crit,
God.
but it will hit for 12 more. So that's
Alright, so
29
that's
total
29.
damage, and you are currently held in its tendrily appendages.
Alright. Ow.
So you are grappled. Now on Avdol. 14,
No.
25.
Yeah, 25 will hit.
14 damage there as it misses you and then slams you over the head with its other arm. Serath. 25
ouch.
and 22.
That'll hit both.
20 damage, and you are also held.
That just disadvantage on attack rolls and stuff.
No. The only penalty right now is your speed is 0. However,
Okay.
if you're not able to free yourself, you have an idea of what's about to happen. Avdol, it is your turn.
So am I currently in its grasp, or was it because
No,
I
it's
missed
just Sharat and just Serath. They need to hit you
Okay.
with both.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Blight on the one attacking me again.
Good
Certainly.
rolls on these guys.
Disadvantage con. It will fail. 72
Nice.
damage. Or did you oh right, you
Yeah,
always
I
cast it as a.
same spell slot. There's no
It is incredibly wounded, but it is not dropped just yet. Serath, go ahead.
All I can do is swing, so swing one.
It's true. You can always try and escape.
True, but I like swinging because I might escape if I swing hard enough.
I don't think it works that way, but I
11
like your
bludgeoning,
gumption.
6 radiant, and
17
8
total,
bludgeoning.
8 more, alright.
Zombies, 21.
21, certainly.
5 bludgeoning, 4 radiant, and then I'm gonna use a bonus for my Priest of Zeal for another attack.
Certainly, so 3 attacks. That
12.
12. I haven't said if you've hit or not.
I'm not gonna re-roll that. If he says it misses, I'll try to save face.
Okay, it will miss.
I'll try to save face for a +3, so 14 or 15.
A 15 will just barely hit. You just managed to
Woohoo.
save face. As you...
8 bludgeoning and 9 radiant.
How many
You're gonna
turns
be
do we have
very-
until win? Or till
You'll
Poison
each
comes in?
have one more turn now,
Okay.
as we're back to the top. This is going to make you unfortunately quite sad, Serath. It is just bloodied. Sappied.
I mean, yeah.
Sharat, back to you.
Alright.
So you are held by this monstrosity.
Okay, and that is a strength check.
Zyga, you hear voices in your head telling you to escape and live out Lone Survivor Annihilation Edition.
I have an idea.
And then he
Pops in my
runs.
Is it Misty Step?
No, it is not, but it might be just as good.
Okay, so I'm gonna second wind and pick up D10 plus for my bonus.
Level?
D10 plus fighter level, so it's plus 17 health.
You guys 10? I thought you were 9.
Oh, you're right. So
So
it's
16. Trying to cheat one more HP.
Oh man, you caught me this time. All right.
So
You
dice
hear a
really
voice
aren't
in your
that
head.
severe.
I'm not too sure, but I think you might be boned.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my wand of magic missile and put out 6 charges into this dude.
You did use it before, and
yeah.
you haven't full rested.
Right. Okay. So that means I use what 3 charges?
I believe you'd use 3 before, so you have 4 left. So
I'm gonna
3 is the safe amount.
I'm gonna go for broke though.
Oh dear.
If you're going for broke, there's a 5% chance it'll break, but you can fire 4 out.
I'm firing
4 levels.
Yeah.
So if I
I
count
wonder if you
correctly,
inspire
that'd be.
that.
I'd say that is out of the question. Do you want me to roll, or would you like to roll the D20?
roll the d20.
You're fine.
Well,
It would be on a
no,
1.
No, it's on a 1.
Oh,
it
okay.
breaks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
on a
I wanna
20.
see a
You rolled
20.
well. It breaks. So first level is 3d4 plus 3, and then each additional adds 1 more, so it'll be 6d4 plus 6 force damage.
All right, and can I direct it to targets as I choose, or is it only
Yes.
one target? Okay. So, do I have to determine the targets now, or?
You have to determine it all at once. It's not like pew 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 pew. It's all fire at once.
Okay, so 64 plus 4. Okay. So, we have one that's on. You said that was on death's door, or was just Sappied?
The one at Death's Door is the one Avdol is fighting. The one that Serath is fighting is Sappied. The one you're
Alright.
fighting is not quite there yet.
Okay. So I'm going to devote the first 4 dice to my guy,
Certainly.
and then I'm going to I'm going to devote the first 5 dice to my guy, and then the remaining D4, the final one in the order, is going to go to afterwards.
Certainly.
Okay. So roll. Okay. So the one. On the
Add
bottom
2 more to... So, okay. I think I can do this. So first 5 plus 5
Yes.
will be... So 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15 to yours, and then
Yep.
5 to Avdol's.
Yes.
That 5 is not enough to drop it,
Wait.
but it is incredibly wounded.
All
All
right.
the sap is leaking out of it.
And then how about mine?
Yours is just barely sappied, bloodied.
All right. And still
Anything
swing
else?
weapons,
Within reason, I'd say, yeah, you could.
right? Like I can
Well,
pull up. I can get my sword back out, basically.
yeah. Especially since you could one-hand your sword, reach to your wand, use it with one hand, and then put the wand away.
Right.
That's okay.
So actually, in that case, but that still counts as my action. I can't attack.
Yes. No, you
So in
cannot.
that case, I'm
However,
I'm an action search.
there you go. You have another turn, essentially.
Yes, that's the idea. So, I'm going to tuck it. In other words, come at it.
Sorry, this is tainted with E. coli.
Alright, so...
Just like the Romanian lettuce.
Oh god, no. I know that's pretty awful. I remember, hearing
No,
about
I was
that.
just referring to
Anyway,
yesterday when one of our
20
friends referred to it as Romanian lettuce.
So that's 7 damage,
Certainly.
and then the second swing. Let me see.
Hasn't come through yet on my end. There we
Lots
go.
of them roll yet.
Mm.
11 is probably going to miss, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Where is it? Roll precision attack.
That's an extra D8 to the damage, or attack, correct?
No, to the hit.
Certainly. Go ahead.
So we're gonna drop that to 3. Track my stuff. Make it a 14. I hate everything.
A 14 will just barely miss, as despite your extra precision, you will skate off of one of its vines.
That's so annoying.
Okay, they are going to go. Yelp,
Wait,
yelp.
what about my turn?
Oh, right. I think I pulled the thing where he took 2 turns. It is Zyga first.
Okay,
My
so
apologies.
crap. 5, 10, 15 to here. And I'm going to cast Warding Wind.
Okay.
Oh,
So
nice.
It creates a 10-foot barrier around me, where wind goes 25 miles per hour, or 20 miles per hour, and it deafens you and other creatures in the area. So
What?
Mop.
Whoosh.
Okay, that will clear out the gas in a 20-foot cube around you. Or, yeah, cube. Let me draw that for
Cube.
you. That essentially clears out the whole room and starts
oh no,
pushing.
it's a 10-foot cube.
10 foot. My
It's
apologies.
20 miles per hour.
Okay. Okay, so you keep everyone in it.
And as a bonus action, I don't really have much I can do, so I'm just going to be pulling out a quarterstaff to defend myself.
Certainly. Now it's the
Or
mountain's
dagger,
turn.
sorry. Dagger.
Alright, you are both engulfed and are unable to breathe.
Are we asphyxiating or are we?
It's the suffocation rules, so it's you can hold your breath up to your constitution score rounds, and then you have a number of rounds equal to your con modifier before you die.
Yeah, you're allowing us to hold our breath though.
Yes.
Okay, because I remember this stupid air room that you sent me into.
Well, that's because all air just vanished at
Yeah.
once like a vacuum.
That was a shit room for the record.
It was. Good call on the bone, though. Alright, so
I got
they swallow
lucky.
them up. Avdol, go ahead.
Okay.
Actually, I had completely forgotten. Before your turn,
Shoot.
Avdol, 17 damage. I'm assuming the 13 misses.
Yeah, the 22 will hit.
Okay. Now, Avdol, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna cast, since I still have the pearl, I'll use the 3rd level spell slot from that to cast.
I believe it's an action to get it back.
An action to.
To get the
What?
spell slot back.
Oh, is it? I thought it just counted as a 3rd. Oh, okay.
You can use an action to speak a command word and regain 1 expended spell
Yeah,
slot.
so it's more of you restore your stuff
Mhm.
between combats.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Then okay, I'll go ahead and just shoot. Oh, okay. So as a bonus, I'll go ahead and do my Aurora.
Certainly.
And what's it? That's well, this thing may die. So I'm gonna go ahead and then for my action attack, the one that's been trying to swallow me.
Certainly. Go ahead.
All right. 17.
Smack it across its
12.
plant face, and it drops down. and kind of reverts back into a compost pile.
Cool. And then as a move, I'll move over to, actually, let me double check what the radius of my aurora is. I think it's 5, but I've got it right here. Or I thought I did.
I seem to remember it being
Okay.
10. Let's run with that.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not going to
10.
matter too much, as they're not
I'll
smart
move,
enough
I'll
to...
move over to here in a
Certainly.
non-provoky way. That's actually possible. Let me...
It is.
Yeah, okay.
You just walk up to this one and walk around its
Mhm,
hitbox.
yeah. Okay. So then, if for whatever reason, at the very least, when the compost piles, if they don't move out and they end their turn there, they'll take a certain amount of radiant damage.
Certainly. Serath, give me a constitution save as you are squeezed.
Okie doke.
Like a squeeze toy.
21.
Okay, so you are fine.
Now
And-
watch.
Do I have all my action economy? Can I make attacks and stuff? or-
No, you're restrained.
Oh, I'm restrained. Okay.
Let me look up exactly how this works, 'cause there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on here. So blind means that you automatically fail anything that requires sight, and their advantage on attacks against you, and you have disadvantage attacking. Restrained speed becomes 0, disadvantage on dex check, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. That.
Super disadvantage.
Oh, I think I know what it is. I hate auto-playing ads. And then unable to breathe. I guess you can make your attacks. Everything will have disadvantage, though, even escape checks.
Okay. Well, and I can hold my breath equal to my con, right? So
Let me look that up just real quick. A number of minutes equal to 1 plus its con mod, and when it runs out of breath, a number of rounds equal to its con mod.
okay. Oh, well, by minutes then, if I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah,
Actually,
alright.
what's your con mod? Because this is combat, you can't just like suddenly, oh, I'm getting swallowed, I'm gonna take a deep breath.
Yeah. My con mod is 3.
You have 2
Okay.
minutes.
As I was kind of taken by surprise when I'm.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. But that's still 2 minutes, so.
I honestly, it didn't really matter what I rolled, as you'd have a minimum of 1 minute. Maybe I should have made it a D4, and a 1 would have been 0.
Oh, I see. Like
You were
immediate
exhaling.
suffocation. Yeah. All right. You want to try it again then?
No, it's fine.
I'll allow it.
Hmm.
Okay. Warhammer with disadvantage.
Unfortunately, no. Your flailing is not able to find purchase.
19.
Your repeated flailings, however, find much better purchase. That will hit.
9, 11, and 3.
So 23 total. Certainly. Now we're back to Sherrod.
Oh, one more. I got the
Oh.
zeal bonus.
That is correct.
18. So 6 and 9.
15. It is very close to death, but it is not
Now-
dead just yet. So now give me a Constitution, Sherrod.
Seraph nailed his con save at a +3. I'm gonna fuck mine up on a +10.
I mean,
That is the way of this world.
this is
No
the
one
way of Sherrod. And what were the other ones? We had
We.
Vormash.
Vormash,
Graham. Those are
Graham.
the only
Hey, there was
two
one
that
between
Yeah, what
them.
about the bard?
longer than-
What was
yeah,
the?
we don't talk about the
I don't even remember his name.
Neither.
I
I
probably
knew he
had
was
the
some
sheet
sort of
floating around.
merfolk.
Anyway, so disadvantage, 2 disadvantage attacks.
Certainly. That one will fail spectacularly, but on the repeated flailing.
8
8
damage.
damage. Certainly.
That's
Anything
damn
else?
turn. That's all I'm gonna do.
Taiga, it is your turn again.
All right, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on this one.
Certainly. That is a wisdom save, correct?
Yeah. Well, let me double check.
Whatever the set check is, it's a nat 20.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Wow, that is a smart. That is a wise bush.
No,
That's
just a
save
lucky
for-
one.
It takes offense to you calling it a bush as they move closer, but I will raise it to luck. 1 will be Avdol, 2 will be Zyga. 1 and 1, perfect. So, Avdol, you first. 12 and 21, doing 13 damage. I believe that will drop you.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, well, now I can't.
You were at 12.
Oh, okay. God damn it.
Zyga, 18
Nope.
and 14. All right, back to Avdol. Roll me a death save.
Here we go, boys.
That's
Nope.
1 towards death. Serath.
On save again, or
Yes.
I'm rolling a disadvantage. 15.
A 15 will succeed.
All right. Well, let's see if I can.
I
was
really
gonna say-
don't. That's kind of strange that you have to make a save to not be squeezed. It might as well have just kept you outside and just punched you to
Yeah, it
death.
just kept hitting me. This is like, well, I mean, it's putting me disadvantage on my attack rolls.
Yeah, but I guess I'm too wedded to Pathfinder. It was you were engulfed. You have 1 round or you die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Straight up, it was just death, no save.
So, 8 bludgeoning, 6 bludgeoning, 3 radiant.
It falls down to the ground, although you're still held inside of it.
Schlorp.
You're still gonna have to free yourself.
Oh man. I guess that's my next turn.
Yes.
I have no more.
Quick question.
Hmm.
Would I? Oh, wait. No, I just remembered because of my shielding
That's true.
aurora.
Yeah,
I
you would have taken
had
half.
resistance to all damage. So,
So you're still up. So
yeah, I'm still up, and also the top one takes my level plus charisma, which would be
you kind of have to remember these things when it comes up.
it's 13. Well, I mentioned it earlier, and then I forgot. So the top one will take 13 radiant.
All right. Anyways, Sharat, give me a Constitution save.
You got it.
Well, yeah, never mind. I
Are you
won't
really
make
gonna
it.
ask me to rewind
Yeah,
combat
no, I changed,
since you
I
forgot?
stopped myself.
All right, now
You're fine on that.
Yep, I hope so.
No, just for you. You've activated special meat grinder mode. All saves are increased by 15. But the 15 will just barely clip it.
I'm glad we're not playing with meat grinder rules.
Now I think about it, would it have?
Oh,
I
that
guess
was
it
the
would have
wrong
killed
button.
someone at some point.
All right,
So
so
6
that's
damage
another
there.
6 damage, yeah. That's all I got.
Oh, and you missed the first. I see. Zyga, back to you.
Shit, I guess I'll go try to Toll the Dead again.
Personally, 17.
My god, these things are very wise.
Zyga, you're getting punched in the face. 16.
Nope.
16. Avdol, now you can go.
Yeah, then I'll go. And I'll attack. 13.
That would just barely miss.
Then that'll miss even more.
Unfortunately, Serath, you are still trapped inside the dead, rotting compost heap.
What is the roll to escape?
Athletics or acrobatics? I think.
I guess I'm assuming whatever's higher.
Well, whichever you wish.
Am I rolling with disadvantage?
Yes, because you... Well, one is dex, one is strength, correct?
Yeah.
So you have disadvantage on the dex, not the strength.
Not the strength. Athletics is strength, so I'll roll that.
Certainly.
15.
Well, just barely free yourself.
I'm free. Is that an action?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will move like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30, like that.
Certainly. Sharat. Bees.
Bees.
Well-
Does that fail?
It does.
Oh, did I use Indomitable last time?
Also, it's kind of a shit thing to do to roll with either advantage or disadvantage and then consider using something that gives you a reroll.
Well, no. Indomitable is if you fail, you roll again and take whatever it is. So
That's true. Have you full rested since the last time? When did you use it, is my question.
That was the sliding door, wasn't it?
I want to say you wanted to use it against the Aboleth, but
Yeah, and I
it
couldn't do
wasn't
that.
up.
yeah, so
So I think you haven't full rested yet.
yep. So in other words, rip me.
Okay, well, I mean,
I don't
The
have anything to
horror.
increase my save.
9 bludgeoning.
Oh no.
Again, I really feel like it should have just kept punching you. But that's
Yeah,
how these things
seriously.
play. I guess it's more of it's supposed to just grab someone and then waddle off.
And just
Eventually
leave off
you'll
me.
die. Zyga, it is your turn. Oh wait, no, Shirak, take the rest of your turn. This is what happens when things take too long to resolve.
Yeah, I know, right?
The DM gets bored.
And confused. Oh my god, please, just max. Okay, there we go. So, turn
Those
over.
will both miss. There we
Actually,
go,
yeah,
Zyga.
There we go.
Knife. Since apparently Toll
Wait.
the Dead is just these things are too.
You said you had a
wide for Toll the Dead.
quarterstaff out though.
No, he said
No,
knife.
I refrained it. Or I said knife after or dagger afterwards.
Okay.
He was
28.
really tired
That
of the knife.
hits.
For 7 damage.
That hits and does 7 damage as you start cutting it up. Like it
That's
owes
all
you
I can
money.
do.
Alright, it is gonna go. And it has 3 targets now. Zyga, it really doesn't like you. 11 and 14. And
What
it's
if it
Maybe
produced a
because it
little
can't
plant
hit me.
knife?
Avadol, go ahead.
17
Knife of
That will
pruning.
hit.
for 11,
Certainly.
and then
Getting closer to death.
24
That will hit as
for
well.
15.
It's on death's door. Sarath, please take us home.
Well, I'm not
Murderer
gonna
of
be all
plants.
confident. Oh yes, I am. Taking home.
No!
Shigambi, take us home.
Shigambi will take you home.
Oh,
Take on me.
However, Sharad is still trapped inside the rotting plant matter. How long does
All
Warding
right.
Wind last?
10 minutes.
Oh, you're fine. Eventually, he'll break free.
Okay. And so,
Of fucking course, that was
we're all
unnatural.
deaf.
Yes, you cannot speak.
Well, we can, just no one will hear us.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna point to the place where gas is coming out and see if we can like close that.
A new opening. Sorry.
And I, like, without words, I'll try to explain that the wind is moving with me.
Well, you can't talk. Show us.
I
Draw a
time it.
picture on the
Yeah,
map.
Broke cure wounds on myself.
Can you actually?
Is it a
Does
V?
it have a verbal component?
Well,
I'm not
verbal
sure.
just because
components
you
are not
can't
affected
hear
by
what the
being
verbal
deafened.
components are.
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
mean you
Is
can't.
It does have verbal components for the record, but
I know that was a thing in Pathfinder where there was a spell failure chance if you're deafened as you can't hear anything, but
Okay,
it sounds like
yeah,
it's
that
not in
makes
this
sense.
one. There's not really arcane spell failure.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
you'll be able
can
to heal
cast
yourself.
wizard spells and just be in full plate.
I mean, you can if you use feats.
have the armor
You just-
proficiency.
You need
Well, we only
light, medium, and then heavy, but
Well,
You
yeah.
could
We
do
only
it.
have a
Oh.
range of 10, and there's only one way to go. So line up.
oh, this should actually be. Oh no.
Oh,
I drew it in a giant line. I think this is why they didn't have sight lines drawn.
The initial, yeah.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be possible. There we go. Fix the other one as well.
and then I'll not step in. Do I detect magic?
There is no
Okay.
magic.
Yeah, no. So I'll just step aside.
All right. In that
I'm gonna
case,
pretty much be having to take Jarrett by the hand so he doesn't move, he doesn't move out of my zone because I'm gonna try to move in and see if I can disperse all the wind in there and see what's causing it.
If you do that, it just kind of blows out into the room as it has to go somewhere, and it's just an empty room beyond the gas.
Okay. Can I make an in check to see at what point or how much surface area would be needed to make this not poisonous or not?
I'm sorry, there actually is. Thick green gas billows out of a skull-shaped nozzle set into the walls of this cramped room. A rotting corpse clad in studded leather armor lies on the floor, mouth open and hands grasping its throat. Wrapped around one of its arms is a yellow band. So there is actually gas pouring in from holes in the wall.
Okay.
I equip the potato.
You don't have any potatoes.
Damn. He can see through my ruse.
I
Wait,
know your character
Wait, did you say
sheets.
there's a skeleton?
There's
There
a
is.
skeleton with its
Could it
with
have
the
potatoes on it?
It's not a skeleton either, it's a rotting corpse.
Aw.
You could get some bones if you're willing to, sift through rot flesh.
Is there anything? of
However,
note
it
on
looks
the
like it's
corpse?
putrefied to great flavor.
It's fermented.
But I will just like motion towards
Serath?
the item, and then I'll also.
I'll take a bite.
You don't have to, you just feel compelled. It's not a forced...
I know, but I could use the healing.
Alright, so you'll all see Serath reach down, grab a piece, and just kind of go to town.
Chew it down. Little
Does he eat
jerky.
the bone?
No, the flesh.
Okay.
Do you remember exactly how
I
it...
think it's 3d8 plus 3.
I believe so, yes. Let's go with that.
I'll just raise an eyebrow.
You see his wounds visibly heal as he eats it.
But
The
feel like
eyebrow extends further.
I'm gonna just like drop his eye, like take my.
Wait, drop his eyebrow?
Yes,
My
I'm gonna take
Hey,
my
what are you doing with
index
my
finger and
eyebrow?
pinky and just like lower them, lower his eyebrows like that, and
Oh, I
point
see.
towards the things that are more important in this room, such as deadly gas and possibly the corpse's belongings.
understanding sign language, I offer him part of the meat.
We're
Uh,
hungry.
But hold on.
Technically,
many-
would a
is it, like,
20 would a 20
innumerable
mile per
amount of
hour
holes?
wind be able to blow the meat off the bone if it's rotten enough? Would it just start making a whirlwind of flesh?
I mean, we'd have to talk. We'd have to look into how much force the wind has.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
Yeah, that's
That's
a physics question I don't want to get into. 16 in perception to see if this corpse has anything of note, like any gear that might be interesting.
He does. He's wearing studded leather armor, and he has a sheathed longsword with a dragon-shaped hilt. And
Oh.
there is a Dungeoneer's pack next to him.
Let's have a look at that sword, eh?
Well, let's collect the sword and pack, but not study it in here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I only have
Certainly.
probably at this
I'll
rate
collect
like
the items because
7
I'm
minutes
at
left.
Is the body here? I assume.
Yes, it's in that room. So
I'll
you can.
collect the things and then get back in here before the gas can start.
I'm
to attack
assuming
again.
not the armor because that would take some time to
Yeah,
remove,
I
like
won't
a
grab
minute or
the
so.
armor, but I'll grab the sword in the pack.
But yeah.
If you touch it,
I
you can
see-
tell it's not magic. However, if you touch the sword, you can tell it is.
Can I see if in this room there is is there like innumerable amounts of holes being shooting in the gas, or if there's
No, it's just from You could tell it would take you about a minute or so of making materials and stuffing it into the nozzles properly to plug up the gas holes.
All right, so I'll do that, taking some cloth that I have.
Certainly. Are you just going to wait around afterwards as the flow does stop?
Well,
Yeah, so then I'm gonna try to move around to disperse it from this room and the room over
Okay.
here,
With that,
possibly.
with both of them, it seems that these are open topped. The walls are 30 feet tall. So eventually it does all get pushed out. It takes you about 5 rounds to do so.
Okay.
30 seconds.
So
Also,
seeing that
once
there's
it's
no more
gone, are
gas-
you going to turn off the aura?
As soon as I see that it's possible to not die from it, yes.
Okay, so the gas is all gone, and you all can hear again. Congratulations. So, what do you wish to do now?
yeah, so it's
Room
weird,
ahead
right?
and some
How I
items.
just, it's weird
Also-
how I just kind of ate a piece of flesh and that kind of healed me. Isn't that cool?
Who is holding the sword currently?
I am.
You are able to speak Draconic.
Whoa.
Nice.
I say that in Draconic.
No one understands you except maybe Zyga. Don't know if he picked that language.
Let me check. I have Common, Chilton, Elven, Primordial. Nope, no dragon.
I guess I would know what language I'm speaking,
You would.
but that'd be really funny if I just start speaking in tongues and I can't figure it out because I don't know what Draconic sounds like.
So you mean like shadow priests?
Yeah. No, they speak No, they have a language now. It's like Shar Yahag or something like that.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I can spend like an hour. How long is identify? It's like an hour to learn, or
It's an hour to understand an item's magical properties by a short rest.
okay. But it is a ritual, so I could spend 11 minutes identifying it.
remember, if we don't, well, oh, should we give Zyga? Should you give the all clear?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is also
If you give
in
the all
20
clear,
minutes, the
it'll
room's gonna
rotate
spin
it back.
So if we want to explore, we've got a set amount of time.
Yes.
Right. Well, here's what I'm afraid of. Like, however long we stood in here, if we're in another room and 20 minutes pass and she resets it, we're gonna go on a ride.
Yeah.
yeah, we could be locked in. So
What we could do is we could wait in this weird smelling chamber for 20 minutes, and then she'll rotate us back, and then we can relay information and plan the next step.
actually, with the destruction of the shambling mounds, does it smell a little bit better?
No, it's still kind of rotting.
Yeah,
By
there's
the
still
by,
compost piles at the end of the day.
yes. And you're not sure if they'll Well, no, it seemed
Oh,
the gas did that. So with
another
plugging that up,
idea-
they're
another
probably
idea
not
comes to
going to
me. Zyga, if you give the all clear, we can rotate the cogs to seal us in that room, and that might let us long rest.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
The poor
Yeah.
champion, though.
You do know that the aboleth seems to... Ooh, I'm apparently taking you all for a ride. You do know the aboleth switches between personalities seemingly at random, and it knows you're here, and one of them is completely malevolent towards you.
I see.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, because it has a psychic link. That's right.
yes.
So, okay, let's go. Well, I don't want to kill the child aboleth. Child aboleth is cool.
Adult aboleth's kind of a dick, though.
Well, you know, everybody grows up to be their parents. Serath has a tragic backstory with his family.
That'll be very interesting when he gets turned to dust.
Yeah, his dad was turned to dust, and he's trying not to do that again. Okay, so, I mean, either we regroup with the champion and then plan our next move, or we continue exploring within 20 minutes and then try to get back here before it shifts back.
So
You can
how
always
long
just
did
take a
all
step
this
into the
take?
next room. That entire thing, with the plugging everything up, I'm gonna guess was about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have 15
Dispersing
minutes
everything
before...
and rotating it and all of that.
Yeah, I'll take a peek. Oh, god damn it.
You
This
went
one
into
is,
a
like,
wall.
not quite on the...
If you hold Alt, you can place
Yeah,
yourself
you
not
can
on the
free
grid.
move.
But when you look through the door,
Get out of me, Sharat.
5 teak wardrobes stand against the ironclad walls of this chamber, each with a door bearing a carved image or scene. Puddles of gray slime cover parts of the floor. The room has 2 exits, including an adamantine portcullis blocking a passage to the north. Set into a metal plate above the portcullis is a row of 5 red crystals shaped like drops of blood.
Over the portcullis.
Yes, above the portcullis there are 5 drops of blood.
Okay, well, I'll
Oh,
enter the room.
Just so I don't forget, I'm going to go ahead and use the pearl now to regain a 3rd spell slot.
Certainly.
Oh, okay, so the portcullis is here, I imagine. Yeah.
Yes, to the north.
Okay.
So going clockwise, I'll describe each of the images on the wardrobes.
Okie doke.
So at 2 o'clock, dust and oh wait. The scene on this door depicts an army of orcs clashing with an army of hobgoblins.
My people.
To the 4 o'clock position, it depicts a grinning night hag with a swaddled... Oh no, that's the very lowest one. It not going in good order. Oh well. At 4 o'clock, enormous interlocking clock. So essentially a
that since
large
it's like-
clock.
Since this is also rotating, the directions are messed up.
It's possible, yes.
So this is orcs, this is clock.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the one at 7 o'clock, right to the south of you.
This one.
I guess it's 7 o'clock closer to that one. I guess I should have said 6. A night hag with a swaddled human infant in her arms.
Mm-hmm.
And at 9 o'clock, ghouls gnawing on bones. And then at 11, twisted, screaming humanoid faces wrapped in chains.
Okay. First impression, them's my people.
That's great.
That's real good there.
I, I miss my hobgoblin. Well, they're not friends. We're all in the army. Meat shields? Meat shields. I miss my hobgoblin meat shields. Wait till Sharat makes the leap over.
I'll whistle him over.
I guess the
Okay.
first thing I want to try to do is try to budge this portcullis.
The bars are made out of adamantium.
Okay, I'll try to lift it up.
You are not able to do so.
Interesting. Like, I could have if I was stronger, kind of, or there's no way.
No,
now I'm
it
gonna
does
be able to
not
lift
budge
this.
whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
Do I
However,
detect
you-
magic anywhere in the room?
All of the wardrobes detect as conjuration.
Okay.
We could summon our hobgoblin allies. I mean, my hobgoblin ally.
Hoglin.
Haglins.
Haglins. Wait, what if they're orcs?
I think hoglins are little pig goblins.
Do we have Vormash's ashes? Maybe they'll recognize one of their half-brethren.
Don't all
Moglins?
orcs think half-orcs are like pitiful
Dust.
creatures
So
that are...
we'll cut the ashes in half. And
That's how that works. The orc half of
the
dust.
orc half
Yeah.
of it does.
We just have to sift out the human half.
Yeah, well, we can tell because they're inferior.
Orc ashes are greener and bigger than human ashes.
Yeah, they have extra strength. Anyway, I'm gonna open up this wardrobe.
Okay. Dust and smoke billow from the wardrobe, and the air
Oh
around
God,
you
Dad, is
sounds
that
out
you?
with the roar of battle. Beyond the doors, armies fight under a blood-red sky that has an iron cube floating in it like a distant, huge moon. Clouds of ash suddenly fly out of the wardrobe, transforming into screaming orcs before your eyes.
Damn it! Give me the hobgoblins.
Oh no!
And I
Oh, good.
think this is where we'll pause as
Oh,
the to be
no.
continued
You summoned
music
your
plays.
allies.
No.
No,
Not
most
some of the
specifically
other
not.
army.
Oi, what's that hobgoblin doing over there? Who cares, boys? Let's kill him.
I'm gonna start speaking Draconic in an effort to confuse them. Oh God, what if these were 40k orcs?
That's kind of what I was going for with the
Yes,
stupid, like, Cockney accent.
He's a filthy hobgoblin, he is.
It says you're a grot.
Gork
Let's
says
tear
we're
him apart.
Alright. On that note, that will be it for tonight.
great.
Thanks for sticking around, making it interesting. Hopefully it was fun to watch. And until next time, have a good night. See
Good
you
night,
later.
everybody.